Before this video begins, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, be sure to check out my affiliate links down below so you can get discounts on different car mods and products. Alrighty, let's get into the review. Hello and welcome. Today we are reviewing a 2021 Subaru Outback. This is a Touring XT all-wheel drive model. I would like to thank Flood Ford Lincoln in Narragansett, Rhode Island, for allowing me to both review and test drive this Outback. That video will be out next on the channel, so make sure to check it out. Alright, so this is finished in white on the exterior with a brown leather interior. This is an upper trim of the Outback. This has about 8,000 miles and currently stickers around $36,000. This is a full-size wagon and has 2 rows of seats with seating for 5. It comes with a curb weight of 4,000 pounds and a gross weight around 5,000 pounds. This is powered by a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder flat-4 engine, and that produces 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. This is mated with a CVT transmission and is, again, an all-wheel drive model. Achieving 23 mpg city, 30 on the highway, and 26 combined, out of an 18.5 gallon fuel tank. This rides on 18-inch alloy wheels. They look very nice to me, and they are 225 wide tires. This does have roof runners, more of an industrial looking one, as well as a sunroof, because a lot of people with their Subarus tend to put crossbars and put a lot of gear up there for those outdoorsy owners, so it's very nice that they're continuing that look. This is capable of towing up to 3,500 pounds. For safety features, you get auto high beams, blind spot monitoring, Subaru's EyeSight, which is forward collision warning with automatic braking, and you get lane departure alert with lane keep assist. This is 191.3 inches long, 73 inches wide without the mirrors, and 66.4 inches tall. This rides on 4-wheel independent suspension with struts in the front and double wishbone in the rear. This rides on a 4.11 axle ratio. On the exterior, you do get LED lights running all around, including the fog lights. And in the rear of this, you do get dual stainless steel exhaust. Alrighty, and let's have a step outside. Alright, so here on the exterior, it looks pretty similar to Subaru Outbacks of old, but it's been updated a couple years ago in this current generation to have more aggressive styling and some more aggressive LED running lights. They look pretty good. So over here you get those two-tone wheels. These are going to be a mix of some lighter silver and then some dark gray, almost black, but still like a charcoal gray color. And they look good. They look pretty large, which is, it fits the proportions well for this wagon. And yeah, looks nice in my opinion. You got chrome door handles, a good bit of chrome, not too much delete in this particular one, but there are some that have more of a delete package. Here are going to be those roof racks. They're solid metal. They're, common for outdoorsy Subaru owners to put crossbars and some other bags and gear on top, so it's good that they're keeping the utility right there. Here's going to be your rear. They're a bit of a lobster claw design, similar to a Honda Accord and some of their lights of a couple years ago for the lights. Most of them are using it right now in Subaru, as well as the Forester and a couple other models. And then down below you get 2 exhaust ports right down there. And here's your Touring XT badge. Over on the side profile, I think it looks pretty nice. And again, it looks similar to most of them of the past, most Subaru Outbacks, but it really does look cleaned up and angular enough without looking too aggressive or intimidating in a sense. And that's going to be about it for the exterior. So let's have a look inside. I apologize for the lighting. It got dark on me a bit earlier than expected. But yeah, hopefully you can see better with the B-roll. So, you do get a 12-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, so that's going to be down here, so that's very nice to have. And then inside, it's actually extremely well padded, almost the entire door panel, all the way until you get below the armrest and window switches are going to be some very nice multicolor leather. We'll have nice contrast stitching in white and some splashes of chrome. For your seats in here, they're going to be a very nice chocolate leather color. They have a darker chocolate. They have some nice white contrast stitching, some nice piping on the sides, and they do have full power. They also have two-way lumbar support. I wish they had 4, but that is okay. Then to the left of your steering wheel, you don't have too much. You just have a trunk button down here and another trunk lowering button. Nothing too much. And then hopping here inside, you do get one touch up and down windows. So in here, you do get a leather-wrapped steering wheel. This is going to be a heated steering wheel as well. You can hit that little thing, toggle right there, turn that on and off. Has some nice bolstering. It feels very nice, soft and supple leather in hand, and some nice stitching. It's going to be pretty simple to use. A good number of controls, but it's overall pretty simple to use for the layout. Then for your center gauge cluster, you do get a mix of analog gauges and a center multimedia screen, which does give you a digital speedometer. Over here, you have a gigantic infotainment system. I think it's either 10 or 12 inches. It's very large in here, and it's a Subaru Starlink infotainment system. I think it's pretty good. It's not the most responsive. You click it and it's responsive, but it takes a bit of a moment to move over to your desired screen. So it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's simple enough. And then it does retain some hard buttons for volume, seek, and the like. Then down here you get both heated and cooled seats for the front seats, and you get controls for that inside of here, as well as most of your climate stuff. This does have dual zone automatic climate. And then you do get an auto stop start button right here. You can turn that on or off. It's not a bad infotainment system. And then you do have a traditional shifter mated with that CVT. It is shiftable with some simulated gears. And over here, I think it's a pretty decent quality camera. It's not top notch, but it's not too bad. And then in here, you can also access X mode through your infotainment system. And that's going to be more of an off-road mode focused on possibly getting you unstuck or some other things if you take this off-road, because this does have a good bit of ground clearance. And then below there, you do get a decent fit and finish. A lot of really nice padding, actually, throughout. Both the dashboard is soft with lots of patches of leather, and really there's almost no cheap spot in this interior, in my opinion. I think it's a very, very nice setup. Lots of multicolor black and brown leather and some nice contrast stitching, and all of it is very soft and supple to the touch. And then it's pretty simple overall, actually. You just have a couple of cup holders, and then a two-tier storage armrest right there. Then for your glove box over on the right, it's not that large, but it does its job okay, and you do get a little cutout, hopefully you can see, over here. And then you do get, of course, that full sunroof. Let's check the visors, see if they cover the whole window. Yes, they do, so those pass the coveted visor test, so that's cool. And then up here you do get SOS systems if you would like. And let's go have a step into the rear. Alright, so here in the rear seat, I assume you probably can't see all that much, and if it is very grainy, I apologize. I did not plan that well for this day of filming, but it got dark on me too quick. But these do have heated rear seats with two levels. Headroom is just great, arm room is great, leg and foot room is also massive, so it's very easy and comfortable to sit back here for very long periods of time. And then, yeah, that's about it. Good visibility for the passengers, not claustrophobic at all, and you do get climate vents down there. And let's just have a quick look at the inside of the trunk. So here in the trunk, it is, of course, going to be a power open. It does come with a privacy cover right here. You can take that in or out if you would like. And yeah, it's pretty good in here. It comes with a mat, so it protects things, has some deep cutouts, pretty minimal wheel well intrusion, which is more common of these wagons. They haven't had too bad of storage spaces. They've actually had pretty large ones. And yeah, very gigantic flat loading floor, pretty low, which is good. And yeah, it's a very good trunk setup right there. And it is power close. And let's discuss my final thoughts. Alright, so back in the front of this 21 Subaru Outback, I think it is a very nice interior. It's much nicer in here than I was expecting. Not that Subaru was low grade, but they really have stepped their game up in the last few years and generations for sure with their luxury of the interiors. They have a great use of materials in here, tons of nice soft supple leather, even across the dashboard and parts of that, and it just feels really nice being in here. And it has a heated steering wheel, it has heated and cooled seats. This is an upper trim, of course, but it really does make you feel pampered being inside here. And for visibility, you get a very thin A-pillar, which is always a very good thing to have, as well as you have an auto-dimming mirror inside of here. You get the sunroof, you get Subaru EyeSight, so you get a lot of good safety features. And just overall, this chocolate brown interior isn't that common in too many cars, at least the color. And yeah, it really stands apart from most of its competition. And in this wagon class, there isn't even too much direct competition, so the Outback has kind of controlled this for a good while. Alrighty, that'll just about wrap up this review portion of the 2021 Subaru Outback Touring XT. Thank you again to Flood Ford Lincoln in Narragansett, Rhode Island, for allowing me to both review and test drive this vehicle. Coming up next on the channel, or what I will be filming now, is going to be a night POV test drive of this Outback. So make sure to check that out soon on Radial Reviews. As always, drive with passion. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.